So in today's video, we're gonna look at armbar defenses, and we're really diving through these in our classes right now, kind of getting ready for competition. And we go through all of our submission defenses. So we'll touch kind of early recognition as soon as they start to throw the armbar up, and then we'll go into, okay, they got a tight armbar, how do I get my arm out? Okay, so Andre's gonna go through our good armbar drill, kind of foot in the hip, same side arm, turns. Now, I already start from the time, I've got to understand which arm. This arm isn't in trouble for armbar, or at least traditional armbar. There could be other things happening with this arm. But right now, he's kind of isolating this shoulder and this arm, so I have to understand that. And I'm already starting to rotate it on top where I can start protecting. Okay, so I'm putting the arm that's getting injured, and I'm trying to put my wrist on top of my own wrist, and I'm just kind of starting to pull it to me as he's going armbar. So by the time he goes armbar, I should almost be at my bicep, kind of rear naked choke grip, and I'm curling this all the way to his leg. If I could get it inside, I would get it inside, but this is a good armbar, so I'm just going to his knees. From here, I've got to make sure that I step up, and I got to stack him so he cannot extend his hips. Now, I really like to take this elbow, and I'm just going to kind of pressure it against his sternum, and I turn my shoulder down. From that point, I'm going to wiggle my elbow out the back. Once my elbow comes out the back, I find the hip, I pull the hip, I step, hips in, chest up, and take us back, take side control. Already switching my hands. And I'm working that to my bicep. So as that goes around my head, I'm stacking into him. Now I want to make sure that I'm using this frame to pressure into his chest. I'm not pushing with my hand. I'm not pushing with just my elbow. Okay, so I'm kind of curling this hand in, and I'm pressuring with the breadth of my arm. I'm working back to the leg. I'm stacking in. Now, he's trying to armbar me, and he's trying to straighten my arm. So the one thing I want to make sure, probably there's more than one thing, but I'm anchored down, so I'm not going to get swept over, right? I've got good balance, and I'm pressuring. I can't pull and straighten my arm out. He wants to straighten. So I have to make sure that I really like to turn my shoulders so that I can pull this elbow out without taking the pressure off of this shoulder and this elbow. Because what I see in class and see in competition is we're pressuring good, and then we start pulling and our shoulder comes out. So I want to make sure that I grab that shoulder's down heavy, and I'm just wiggling my elbows, little movements out the back. When it comes out, cup the hip, cup the leg, step, hips in, chest big, pass. It's kind of funny. I usually teach with the armbar specifically. Usually you're already in an armbar and it's a little late before it happens. But once I've gotten caught in an armbar a few times, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's what he's doing when he brings his leg around my head. So now we go early recognition. So I need to see it. He goes through all the motions, right? I'm defending my hand. That's kind of early. And as that leg comes, boom, pass. Same motion. All it is I know he's attacking that arm. Before the leg got around my head, I pull my arm out. So one more time, because it's not really even kind of detailed technique, right? It's early recognition. I know where he's going. I cup and I pull it out. The two routes I can go. I can do the same route I did a second ago where I pull the hips and step this way, but I can also turn my hand down, limp arm out, and hip to side control on this side. So there's our armbar escapes. Again, I teach that early recognition second a lot of times, but if I could, I would try to pull my elbow out and pass the legs, hips in, head up beforehand. But once they've already got me locked up, I just got to make sure that I'm pressuring correctly and I'm wiggling my elbow out the back door, not straightening my arm, just those basic things that kind of make sense. They're trying to armbar me. Don't straighten my arm. Keep my arm bent, pull my elbow out, big chest, hips in, and that should help you get out of that armbar. Give it a try, and we'll see you on the mats next time.